Okay, hopefully I'm live. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if we're live and with a decent signal. I can't tell. I don't know if you can hear me. I just heard a red-bellied woodpecker. I've heard also a belted kingfisher. Okay, so it's okay. Okay, for some reason on my phone it looks just terrible. I don't know if it is terrible, but if it's okay, it's okay. All right, let's do our best to have a walk and see what happens. Hopefully we'll stay connected. Just heard a song sparrow. Let's try this again. And of course the oriole I was hoping to look at is out of the area now. I've heard, and I don't know what you have heard or haven't seen or whatever, but we've seen robins, Baltimore oriole, red-winged blackbirds, grackles, Canada geese. I had possibly heard a house wren, but I'm not sure. American goldfinch, I think I may have said. Robins, I think I said that already. Mourning dove, at least one. There's another one in the air. Blackbird. And there's somebody out here. Oh. Who's she looking at? Hold on. She is... It's a flowering tree, and I wonder if there's... what she's looking at in the flowering tree. Well, she's walking away, so maybe she's not looking at anything. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can have a nice walk here. You never know. I hear more Canada geese. goldfinches. Someone just flew in the feeding garden. Who's turn around? Have I ever seen two red squirrels at once before? I don't know. Not quite so red. It's an American goldfinch female, and on the right is a male. And I just saw there's a blue jay there. And who's having blackbird? And let's move on. Hearing another cardinal sing. And there's another goldfinch, I believe. Is it a goldfinch? No, it might be yellow warbler. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I'm not getting a clear view. Ooh, it would have, if I was, might have had a nice view for a moment. The sun was right on it. I'm having a hard time getting a line of sight. I just heard a chickadee. But we're going to move on. I think it just flew back a little ways anyway. Oh, no, maybe not. Is there a second one? Yeah, I think... Wait, hold on. No, that was that other yellow bird I just saw was American goldfinch. Okay, let's keep going. The sun's going to be in my eyes here. Very much, I imagine. You can see Canada geese all day, but all of a sudden if you see them, for instance, like we just did, with the light just right and the smooth water, it's just a different look. Okay, I'm going to look around here with binoculars a little bit, see if there's anything of interest. Nothing out of the ordinary that I see. It's difficult for me to tell, but I'd say the water levels here maybe a little bit high. but it's still, you know, spring, so who knows how things will go. As I recall, last summer wasn't too bad, but the summer before was dry, as was the summer before that. Okay, let's take a walk. Hold on, who was that just flew in? I can't see it now. It moved. Don't know if it's in that tree. I mentioned also, I don't know if you heard, but I mentioned having seen a belted kingfisher also, or heard one. I didn't see it. Whatever it was, I don't see that little bird. It was a small yellowish bird. I don't know if it was I don't know what it was. I see a tufted titmouse. Not the best look we've ever had at one, but there it is. Let's keep going. Don't waste so much time. Oh, someone just flew by. Someone just flew by. It was, and across the road, I'm hearing a gray catbird. I don't know what it was. It looked like a woodpecker from what I could tell, but I couldn't tell what kind. Either a hairy, a downy, or possibly even a yellow-bellied sassafras. So things are still greening up here in the woods. They've got a ways to go. But, and that's in this area. There may be areas, I'm sure there are actually, where things are more fully developed. And it'll be that much more difficult to see the birds. I just heard red-bellied woodpecker. Yes, definitely. And did I just hear a downy? Is that a downy? Oh, I think I did hear a marsh wren. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing a marsh wren. Now, the report that I saw from eBird was that it had been heard, at least one person wrote that they heard it from the Podell Boardwalk. That's where we are. But it sounded, I hate to say it, it sounds like it's closer to the main portion of the pond. I have little hope of actually seeing it from here. So we're hearing a cardinal, red-bellied woodpecker, just saw a robin, road noise, red-winged blackbirds, the marsh wren. Hold on, what's that up there? We're going to keep going. I would have liked to have seen the marsh wren, but again, even downy woodpecker, they're not easy to see even when they're right nearby. It's a little cool, but it is beautiful here. I mean, it's sunny. It's gorgeous. This actually, in terms of appearance, is one of the best ways the woods can be, in my opinion. I like it when the green is coming in, but not yet fully in, and you get a day like today. Again, it's a little cool. My hands are feeling a little cold, but it's not too bad. For the oriole again, or an oriole. I don't know if it's the same one. Between the road noise and all the other noises, I'm not sure if I'm hearing the wood thrush or not. I heard one on my way in. I don't know if you caught it as we were driving in or not, but we did hear one at the beginning. So things are greening up here, no doubt. Soon enough, things will be, they'll appear almost overgrown. Am I hearing a hairy woodpecker? Not sure. There's a single note that I think both the hairy and the Canada geese sounds like they're coming in. 3 of them. I don't know if they're coming in, but they're definitely flying by. When you saw that just now, you realize how fast Canada geese can move. Same is true of a lot of these birds. You might not think they're fast, but they're fast. It takes a lot of energy to do it, but they're fast. Just want to look around here a little bit. We're not going to walk too far along this path. Anyway, I believe, I don't know if I've heard a marsh wren here before, so that may be the first time I've heard one here. I don't think I heard one before here last year. just looking around. I'm not seeing anything, so I think we're gonna turn around and get back onto the Wilson Trail. I'm not quite sure what I'm hearing in the distance. Not hearing any wood thrushes or veeries or hermit thrushes, or although I have mentioned. Oh, what do I see? What did I just see? Hold on. There is a thrush. I don't know what kind. And another one. Who is this? What is this? I think it's a wood thrush. Very orange head. That is a good looking one. We're lucky. It's on a relative basis, it's close to me. Just want to get that tree out of the way. There's another one, I think, but we're going to look at this one right now. Somehow its head looks more orange than I'm accustomed to. What it's doing is obviously it's moving the leaf litter out of the way, looking for bugs. Rarely have I been this close to one. And here's why I knew it was there, because of the sound it's making as it looks for the bugs. And there was another thrush, but we're looking at this one right now. I didn't get a good enough look at the other one, but it may still be close for all I know. We're hearing overhead hold on, did I see something else? Maybe not. We were hearing an American goldfinch a moment ago singing. Oh, it flew. I think someone is. Oh, who's near? Looks like a hairy woodpecker. It's getting a little bit farther away from me. Oh! Who sang? Was it this one? A very quiet song if it sang. This is the best look we've ever had at a wood thrush. We've seen them before, but I don't think we've ever had such a good look together. There are people coming. Okay, we're gonna let that go. Hi, baby. Now there was another thrush that had been around here, maybe just about here, but I lost track of it as soon as what happened was I heard the other one. Shh. So I had heard the one that we just looked at, and we stayed with that one. So I don't know where that other one went. I don't even know what it was. I'm pretty certain it was a thrush of some sort. I don't know what kind. It may have been another wood thrush. It may have been a hermit thrush. It may have been a veery. I don't know. Could have been, I don't know, maybe some other kind of thrush. But I'm curious as to what that was, but and I'm kind of looking around for it. But I'd say we were kind of lucky to see the wood thrush that we just saw. Okay, let's keep going. Keep my eyes open. It was funny. I think I had just finished saying just a few moments earlier that we weren't hearing or seeing any of the thrushes. You know, we weren't hearing wood thrushes sing. I may be hearing one in the distance. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I am. You know, I didn't. Hold on a second here. What I didn't do is I didn't look up at that. Pine tree very well, just in case. What did I just hear? hear an ovenbird by any chance? Definitely hearing another wood thrush. I think I did hear an ovenbird though. I think that's what I heard. An ovenbird looks actually, to my eyes, a fair amount like a wood thrush, but it's I think a little smaller and has like a spot of yellowish or golden color on its head, on its cap. I mean, to me, it looks a lot like a wood thrush, and you'll see them if you do see them on the ground. Apparently, they're called ovenbirds because supposedly their nests resemble Dutch ovens. Now, not that I've ever seen one of their nests with my own eyes, but I've seen photographs, and I can't say I see the resemblance. I thought I heard something, but I guess not. Okay, I've got to keep moving because I would like to go to the campus and look around. Stopping at Myers Point ended up being a waste of time. I kind of regret doing it. Maybe I should go first thing in the morning or something. There have been reports of horned grebes there, and we've seen a horned grebe together. We did a few weeks ago at Montezuma, but it was not in breeding plumage. I guess at least one of them is either in breeding plumage or very nearly so, and I'd like to see that. I guess they've been distant though, and maybe difficult to see, so, I don't know. And who knows, maybe we'd be able to see them reasonably well with the gear I have. I no idea. Wait a minute. What do I hear ahead? I might be hearing rusty blackbirds. I think I am. I just hope we'll be able to see them, if they are rusty blackbirds, as I suspect, and I hope we'll be able to see them well. Just heard a hairy woodpecker. Yeah, I'm almost positive. I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them yet. But I doubt they're very far away. And this is... Well, now, the vocalizations have largely stopped. I wonder if they flew away. Now, I don't know who that is singing. Maybe Oriole, I'm not sure. Probably. I would have liked to have seen them. If they were rusty blackbirds, as I suspect, I would have liked to have seen them. As I've mentioned previously, not today, but in the past, about rusty blackbirds, their numbers are declining. And ever since I learned that, I have a soft spot for them. I think that's true of any of the birds that I happen to see and then later on learn that they're declining in numbers. I then want to really see them. And not so much for like, oh, before they disappear. I don't know, I just root for them. So that goes for like American kestrels, rusty blackbirds. What else? I've heard it's true, but I'm not positive it's true because of something I recently saw about red-breasted mergansers. Wood thrushes, I mean, they're still common, but apparently their numbers are declining. I don't know if that's true of the other various thrushes we might see here in the woods. Oh, chipmunk. Sorry. No offense. Don't care. I heard something and I didn't know what it was, and I think it was a chipmunk. If you were a thrush of some sort, yes, I'd want to look at you. I think I just heard in the distance a downy woodpecker. Of course, we're now hearing the Canada geese. And a wood thrush singing. But not close. That's a very musical song of the wood thrush. I'll tell you, when it's quiet here in the woods, you know, if we're not hearing Canada geese or a lot of road noise, I just heard a catbird, and you hear the song of a wood thrush. It just echoes throughout the woods. It's just beautiful. Did you hear it? Didn't you? That's the wood thrush. Quiet! So these two are making noise. I think there are two more over there making noise, and then there are more in the distance. I don't know if they're making noise or not. Uh-oh. Okay. Looks like they're leaving, not chasing after anybody, so that's okay. Now, I'm hearing somebody else, and two others are leaving. That looks at things. But I'm hearing somebody else close by. Don't know what, but I'm hearing somebody. I don't. Someone just flew by. I don't know who it was. Okay. Okay, let me look around a little bit with binoculars, see if I can see anybody of interest. You know, I'm hearing, well, definitely over in there, that direction, I should say, a wood thrush singing. I'm not sure if I'm hearing a different one with an alert call. Maybe something else that I'm hearing, not a wood thrush. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm hearing. I think it's wood thrush alert call. Definitely. I'm not going to go back for it, but it'd be interesting to know why it's calling the alert. Okay, we're going to keep going though. People up ahead, coming this way. Oh, red star. And now we've got noisy people coming. Here's the red star. So we're looking at an American red star. It's a male. Oops. Where is it? I may have just heard a yellow throat, I'm not sure. Just heard a downy. I wish I could get you a good look at the red star. Okay, let's on a chickadee. Hi. Oh, the sound I just heard again, wood thrush alert call. Who was that? Hold on. That wasn't right. So, or at least not conventionally. I'll tell you what I just saw in a second, or at least what I think I saw. First of all, let's go back to the red start if we can. I don't know if it's going to come down and give us a good look or not. There are two chickadees in this tree now. I had heard in this direction, not too far away, it sounded like a wood thrush alert call. That's fine. I don't hear it now, and I hear one more distantly singing. But anyway, I don't know where it came from. I'm not positive, but I have, what's that? Oh, downy. Yeah, there's a downy woodpecker up there. I suspect it just seemed like a duck came out of nowhere. And maybe I'm wrong. And for it to come out of nowhere from this area, unless it was flying overhead already, it makes me wonder if there's a wood duck nest here. I didn't get a look at that duck. I wish I had. I can hear more people coming. Oh, I do, but they're on a different trail. Hopefully they won't come this way. No offense. Hold on a second. Hold on. That's probably a squirrel. Yeah, I think it's a squirrel. Okay. Now, I'll say this. I've never seen it before. But in this area here, once years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, saw some, I thought I saw some wood duck activity. Or I had something led me to believe that there might possibly be a wood duck nest in here somewhere. And I'm no expert, but it would kind of make sense if there is a spot for them here. And the reason why is because it's relatively near the water, but there are trees, and they nest, wood ducks nest in trees. And you know, maybe if there's a good spot, they'll use it. Anyway, it seemed like the duck came out of nowhere. Again, it could have been flying just over the treetops anyway. Maybe that's what I saw. But I wonder. I'm glad we saw the redstart. Wish I had shown it to you better. Again, that was an American redstart. It was a small black bird with orangish bands. I don't know exactly where those bands are, if they're on the body or on the wings. Can't remember. I just saw one last night. I made a special effort to see one, and I did record it a bit, but like this one that we were watching, it didn't want to stay still for too long. I'm just trying to look right now very quickly and briefly to see something which I didn't see a few years ago either, and that was any kind of a hole in the tree. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hold on, what did I just hear? We've seen, what was that? We've seen before, on many occasions, wood ducklings. So we know that they nest here, somewhere at Sapsucket. There's another area where I suspect they might nest. But I wasn't able to see anything in that area before either. Okay, let's resume the walk, or else we'll never finish and never get to the campus. You know, when I'm trying to walk, you people had better stop interrupting me and making me turn around. They just patched this up because they think it gets so wet, but there are other areas that are wet here too. I think that was a northern flicker. A type of woodpecker, if you didn't know. I see a robin. And do I hear something else? Robin's up there. Now, my understanding is robins are also thrushes. We see those more often, though, certainly. But I really liked seeing that wood thrush. I just wish I had managed to get a better look at the other one, the other thrush that I saw, whatever it was. I think I would have tried to have looked at it with my binoculars, but then the thrush we did look at, which was much closer, caught my attention, and what was that? Oh, okay. Song sparrow? Maybe. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, song sparrow. Okay. Behind the twigs, we're not going to stop and try to look at it closely. Two ducks flying overhead now. I don't know what kind they are. Hold on. See if maybe I can get a look at them. No longer within my view. Okay. Okay. Oh. I wonder if I was right. See those? They're wood ducks. Now, I had seen only one wood duck, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I had seen only one duck that was flying over, you know, when I started looking for a potential wood duck nest. But there are two wood ducks there. Sorry, it's hard to hold still at this distance. Definitely a male on the right, and that looks probably a female on the... I'm sorry, male on the left and female on the right, if I had to guess, but I can't see them very, very well. I'll try to look with binoculars in a moment. Like right now. Hold on. It's hard to tell, but I believe that's a female on the right. Now, looking elsewhere at ground level, not seeing anybody. Not seeing anybody. Okay, we're going to move along. There's some people coming. Lily pads are starting to poke through. Oh well. Let me just check one thing. Okay. So I'm not seeing any great blue herons, for instance. But we saw the wood ducks, so it's good to see. Still hearing a wood thrush or two singing. Hearing a catbird sing. Maybe a couple catbirds here. And up ahead there's the northern cardinal singing. And between all the other things making noise, I can't hear the birds that are to our left. Can't tell what they are. Oh, that, we just heard a house wren. That might be it right there. Flown up there briefly. I don't see it now. I'm pretty sure that was a house wren. Yeah, I don't see it now. Okay, another. I saw something else fly up in here, but it may have flown on already. Hearing blue jays. Who's that? Sorry. I can't see what it is. Might be a catbird. It is. It's a gray catbird on the ground. And there may be another one singing, I'm not sure. And we just heard the wood thrush singing. You hear it? Isn't that a beautiful song? Like I said, if there's no other noise and you just hear that in the forest, it's something. It's in there somewhere. I don't have any line of sight on it. There may be more than one singing here, I'm not sure. don't know if I caught a glimpse or not. Probably not. I'm going to keep going. What I really want to do is see one sing, and see it really, really well. We've seen them sing, but I want to see one, like I said, really well while it's singing. Oh, come on. I just saw it. It was up there. It flew up high. The wood thrush did, and it was up in this tree somewhere. I never got it for you. Shoot. We wouldn't have had a really close look at it. Not the kind I want, but it's nearby. Oh, there may be two of them. And now, I'm not sure. It was chasing after something. Maybe I don't know. We're going to keep going. Let's just have a quick look around. We'll look back up at the wood ducks again. Briefly. I don't know if they look anxious or not, but they look kind of anxious. It's not the best look we've ever had at wood ducks, but we don't normally ourselves see them in trees. But they nest in trees, and they'll go in trees every once in a while. You don't usually see mallards in trees, although we have seen, as everyone knows, mallards up in the former great blue heron nest, which used to be a net tree over there. Okay, let me just look around a little bit. Oh, it was right here. That was a beaver, and somebody is where she shouldn't be, given the time of day. We passed her on the trail. How she got there, unauthorized. And she's now calling across to her, I guess, child. Another beaver right here. I can now hear the beaver eating. Well, not the geese going on, but you can hear it occasionally. You can hear the beaver chewing or biting or whatever. Leave it to its meal. Cardinal up on the trail ahead. Uh-oh. Mosquito. I'm out of here. Time for us to get going anyway. I was going to start going anyway, but the cardinal was on the trail, but now it's off the trail. I will continue on. There may be a second cardinal. What am I seeing? Maybe one. Well, there may be three total. Just I'm not getting a good look at the other two birds. I'm in here somewhere. Let me look with binoculars. Yeah, at least, well, one of the cardinals is a female. She's right here. Was. And what did I just hear? I think I'm hearing marsh wren again. Yeah. I'm hearing marsh wren again. And this is, I believe, another beaver. Now, there's an alert call coming from a robin up ahead. I wonder if something is going on or if it's because of me. Catbird, two just hanging there. Maybe two. It's getting late. We better get going. Just heard a downy. It's a descending call, and that's an easy way to identify their song or call, at least for me. They have other vocalizations, but that's the one I recognize most readily. Easy way to remember that, as I was taught, was downy down. You know, it's a descending. It's a descending vocalization. I thought I saw something here in this tree, but maybe not. Or maybe it took off. Something else just flew by. Oh shoot, it's going farther away. I'm not going to see it, I don't believe. Don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. It was relatively lighter in color, maybe grayish or bluish. I'm not sure what it was. But I have no idea where it is now. Sometimes, see, if we had more time, maybe I would stand and wait, and hopefully maybe it would pop up again, but we don't have the time. Before, when I used to, spend my time taking still photos, I would be here for usually a few hours before leaving. What's that? Okay. Might be 3 or 4 hours. I don't know if I would. Well, eventually I started going somewhere else. I'd go to Montezuma also. Just saw morning dolphin. I haven't seen any great blue herons today, or any other herons, green herons. Speaking of green herons, just saw one. Just saw one. First one I've seen here this year. I saw one the other day. So that's a green heron, much smaller than the great blue. If you didn't know, I'd say it's roughly the size of a crow. It just took off, so we kind of probably sort of startled it. And I just heard belted kingfisher. I want to look at this green heron a little better. 1 second with binoculars. Sorry, I can't hold it on it very well and look with binoculars like I need to at the same time. Okay. Anyway, that's a green heron looking away from us. But it's the first one I've seen here this year. Like I said, I saw one the other day, and I may have seen one last week flying in the air, but just briefly. It almost doesn't count. Those up there are mourning doves. 2 birds on the wire. I'm not going to really look at them for you. Sorry, green heron. I didn't mean to startle you. I don't see it now. Where'd it go? They can be difficult to spot. Then again, depending on the background and everything, great blue herons can be difficult to spot, as large as they are. It's been, I think it's been an enjoyable walk. We've seen a fair variety of birds here today. I've enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the water to take a look or not. Maybe I will. Just a quick look. Just to see if anything else has come around that we would want to see. Thought I might have heard something. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, it may have been a woodpecker, I think. I thought I saw something. I'll bet it was a woodpecker. Probably maybe a downy, but I don't know. As it flew away, the coloration was interesting to me. Two or three grackles are here in the air. Oh, it just took off again. I'm going to go on this bridge just briefly. Just want to look around a little bit. I think this is an eastern phoebe. Just flew there. It's a flycatcher. Not getting the best look. Okay, let's just go quickly to the water, look around, see if anyone has shown up, and if not, we'll head to the car. Uh-oh. Oh. Eh. May have just heard yellowthroat again, common yellowthroat. See a Canada goose here, just one. Two over there, but one here. And then two over there. Well, what's that near? Oh, babies? Probably. Yes. Just a quick look. You. Get closer to your parents. Okay, we're running out of time. It's getting dark. I just want a quick look over here near the water, just in case, you know, maybe a great blue heron has come in. That's really why. And otherwise, we're heading to the campus. The sky is clouded over, so it's not just dark because it's getting late.
Another one was like eating.
I think we're hearing a frog, by the way. Am I hearing a sparrow of some sort? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. I wonder if it's white-throated. somebody in here. Oh, catbird down there on the ground, and oh, wait a minute. Yes, white-throated sparrow, right up there. It was in the branches, so I don't really have the ability to give you a look anyway, so. That's the high-pitched sound. It's, hey, none of that over there. But I don't see any great blue herons, for instance, which would have been nice to see. I'm glad we saw green. And we're heading to the car. Even though we didn't get to see any great blues, I feel it was a nice walk. Let's go. Okay. In the spring here at Sapsucker Woods, you really have to watch where you step. Spring and, well, really into the summer, because if the Canada geese are roaming around here and there, especially if they've got goslings, they're pooping all over the place. So, like I said, you have to watch your step. Really a nice walk. Okay, let's see if we can go to the campus and see our friends there. I wouldn't have minded the other camera with me, but I think we saw the most special sighting we had, I would say, was of the wood thrush, and I think we saw it fairly well, even with this camera, so I'm not too unhappy. Just deal with a couple things and then we'll get moving. If this whole process ever seems to be kind of like haphazard and random and held together by baling wire and shoestrings. That's because it kind of is. In some ways. But I hope we have some fun with it. And occasionally a good look at something. You know what I mean? Okay. Still saying 56 degrees. I don't move. Bye, sapsucker. See you next time. I didn't count the species we saw, but we saw a nice variety. A number of starlings are in the air. I mean, if you think about it, we saw or heard, things we don't always hear, or maybe at least for a good portion of the year we don't see, including like Baltimore Oriole, the house wren. We don't normally see it. Certainly don't get close-ups of wood thrushes very often. Even in the part of the year when we do hear them and we know they're there, it's very often difficult to get a good look. And that one was just lucky. Like I said, I had seen a different thrush, and I was about to, I just heard that another wood thrush as we were driving by. Remember, we heard one in this little stretch here, actually, as we were coming in. But anyway, we watched the first, and then whatever, if it was a wood thrush, it was a thrush of some sort, and then, to hear the one that we did end up looking at, just as it was moving leaves around. And, I mean, that was part of the lucky part. Quite honestly, I have to worry for its safety. Maybe it's careless. But for it to stay there while we were that close, I mean, it was wonderful. 2 Canada geese just flew over the road. It was warmer yesterday. I don't remember what it's going to be like tomorrow. I think we may have rain coming to the general area. I'm not sure. Come on. Move it, Toyota. It's getting dark. I mean, some street lights are on, my headlights are on, other headlights for other cars are on. So, I don't know. Maybe we waited. No, it's my fault. Maybe I waited too long. My voice sounds a little different, and it does to me, just a little. It's because I've been talking to you all day, and not yesterday, but the day before, I went to an event at night, and it's just kind of loud there, and needed to speak fairly loudly the whole time. But it was an event that I've been to once before. I sit on the board of an organization, a nonprofit, and they have, and it's called, the organization is Association for Vision Rehabilitation and Employment, and that's AVRE, and they had their second annual Dining in the Dark event, and dinner, when you eat dinner, you're blindfolded, and it just gives you an appreciation as to what it's like to have a vision disability and to have to cope with various things, including eating meals. And you definitely get an appreciation, because if like when you're wearing the blindfold, you're sightless. And you have to rely on other cues to hopefully eat everything on your plate. I can only imagine what it would be like, not just to do that all the time, but to have to prepare the meal and then clean up after the meal, so many other things, if you don't have your sight. Anyway, it's a great organization. And it's actually a fun event. They had a guest speaker who, he is an Iraq war veteran, and he lost his sight there. He lost essentially all of his sight. He has just I think a little bit of peripheral vision in one eye. There. Stay away from the road, you. He told a funny story. I don't have the whole joke memorized, but I don't remember where he was, but he and his wife were somewhere, and they went into an elevator, and this is after he had after he had sustained the injuries. I mean, well after he had sustained them. And he's lost a good portion of his face, actually. And as I said, he lost his vision and he lost other things. And anyway, so he and his wife get into an elevator, and shortly, before the elevator gets moving, a young child walks in, and basically, and the young child doesn't understand, how to act, how to be polite. Anyway, the child says, essentially, what the heck happened to you? And, rather than explain what actually happened to him in Iraq, he says, I can't remember what he said exactly, but he said that he got into an elevator with an Iraq war veteran, and that's what happened. He came out like this, and his wife kind of scolded him for it or whatever for saying that, but just to scare the child. He tells the story better than I do. Anyway, you have to give the guy a lot of credit for what he's gone through, and how rather than give up on life, not only did he learn, he did what he had to both recover physically and to learn how to cope with his vision loss in many ways. He's currently the COO of a $70 million organization. And in another couple months, he's going to be CEO of that organization. So, I mean, like I said, you have to give him a lot of credit. Uh-oh. Robin on the road. Get off the road. Ew, off the road. Better. I give him credit before, injury or no injury, just the fact that he served our country. I hear robin singing, but I'm wondering if I heard another robin call an alert. Now I hear alert calls. But in this area, I don't know if it means anything. For years, I've heard robin alert calls late in the day and found nothing. Actually, they may be further up here. This robin is very okay, let's drive ahead. You know what? We'll turn around. Oh, I see somebody. But not where I thought it would be. And I think just flew up there. Let's stop right here and see who that somebody is. Let me shut off the car. It's on one of the lighting towers. I'll give you a quick look with this camera and then we'll switch cameras. Oh, come on, wires. Come on. I'm thinking Arthur, but I don't know. I haven't checked the Nest Cam. Okay, give me a moment. All right, let me just get situated here. Could be worse. Yeah, it looks like Arthur to me. Cute. How do these wires get all tangled like this? I don't believe he was up there when I first drove through. 4 Canada geese are flying over, by the way. Now it is getting dark, so we're not going to get the best look, of course, but... there he goes. Hold on. Not sure if I can get him in the air or not. Looks like he's flying towards Bradfield. Okay, let's go check on him and see if we can. Hold on one second. Gotta deal with something. Okay. Let me turn around here and maybe we'll go see if Arthur is on the nest. Or not on the nest, on Bradfield. I'm going to leave this camera in place. Let me just adjust things here. Okay, we don't need to record. Glad we saw him, even if it was only briefly and just on the lighting tower. I know it's not the best way to drive, but rather than change and then change back. Let's see if Arthur is on Bradfield as suspected, or he might be in a tree or something nearby. But I'm hearing a lot of robin vocalizations. So I'm guessing he's still near somewhere. Do I see him? Yes, I do see him. Okay, he is on Bradfield. On one of the perches. Now my problem is trying to get a view of him, just because of the trees. I might get it through here. Maybe. Oops, that's too low. 1 second. Oh, there he is. We won't stay and look at him too long. He's just hanging out. I'll brighten it up as best I can. Ooh, that's not helping. It's not going to be a super sharp picture, but given the distance and the lighting, it's no surprise. No idea if he'll roost there tonight. What we'll do is let's just take a few moments to watch him a bit, and then we'll see if maybe we can look at the nest from ground level, just in case there's anything of interest. And I think we're just about done for the day. He's a good boy. Okay, let's see if we can go take a look at the nest, see if anything special is going on. Let me just make adjustments here. everybody. Had a few challenges here and there. Have to say that Myers Point, at least when I was there, and I know I didn't give it a really fair shot, to be honest, but was a disappointment. Good night, Big Red. Good night, Arthur. But we're out of light, out of time. Time to move along. See, the wood thrush was kind of just seeing it like that was a surprise at Sapsucker Woods, and certainly the Virginia rail at Montezuma was a surprise also. I believe I saw two of them. It seemed like I briefly saw them interacting in the air. They just one kind of flew after the other or something. Those were some of the surprises, I'd have to say, of the day. I also enjoyed seeing some of the smaller birds, like the warblers here and there, whenever we could get a chance to see them. Whenever they would cooperate. Even seeing that bald eagle at Shockey Pool, the one that gave us a good look as it flew around, did a little soaring. That was, to me, that was enjoyable. I love seeing eagles and hawks do that. We might have seen, maybe a lot more had they not been draining the pool, the main pool at Montezuma, but hey, what can you do? That's their decision, not ours. And hopefully it's for the best in terms of long-term management of it. They do drain it periodically. Anyway, we are out of time, everybody. I wish you all a very, very good week and a good night, of course. And keep an eye on the various nest cams. They're seeing interesting things. Certainly, Big Red and Arthur have a lot going on in terms of watching the little babies up there. But also even, the pond cam, the other cameras, they're seeing very interesting things too. So anyway, keep looking at the streams and do some bird watching of your own if you can. Everyone, have a great night. Bye-bye, everybody.